So with this year's free agency officially beginning, we've seen plenty of moves completely change the NBA, and because of this, Kawhi Leonard is heading to Los Angeles. Now after all of these ridiculous moves went down, Kawhi was one who to nobody's surprise stayed quiet throughout the entire process to see how things panned out with everybody else first. We've seen moves that completely changed the NBA in the East, with Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and DeAndre Jordan heading to Brooklyn, and because of this we even seen D'Angelo Russell dealt to Golden State. We've seen Kemba Walker replace Kyrie in Boston, and Terry Rozier go fill Kemba's spot in Charlotte, and we even had Al Horford head to Philadelphia with Jimmy Butler being dealt away to Miami. With huge moves like these taking place, Kawhi was in no rush to factor in his own decision, as he knows what he brings to the table for whatever organization he'd choose, and it was heavily rumored for quite some time he'd team up with a superstar or two. But after all of these moves went down, the only real options were the Raptors or Lakers. Magic Johnson even stepped in to help assist the Lakers pitch, and it was eventually reported by Chris Broussard that Kawhi in fact made the Lakers his top choice, as they looked to also secure Danny Green, Andre Iguodala, Seth Curry, and more. In LA, even the fans had already begun celebrating, putting up billboards and murals of Kawhi heading to the Lakers as well. But with him continuing to prove himself over the years despite him being heavily criticized for sitting out in San Antonio because of injury, then eventually demanding a trade, he came into this past season on a mission to prove everybody wrong, and earn what was coming his way during this year's free agency with the Lakers. But over the last year, Kawhi did everything he needed to do for a franchise that took such a chance on him. With it being his first year in Toronto, he did what no Raptor player had done before him when he carried the team to the NBA Finals for the first time in the franchise's history, and of course secured them their first championship, even ending the Warriors' run of the last couple of years. But Kawhi switched conferences and instantly dominating, having the best season of his career, averaging over 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, which even led the Raptors to having one of the best records in the entire league. But when it came to the playoffs, he proved his worth as one of the best players in the entire league and dominated each team he went up against. It wasn't an easy road for Kawhi, as he had to go up against a stacked Philly team with Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, and more, but he put this Raptors team on his back all the way till the last seconds of Game 7, even hitting one of the craziest game winners ever. With the Milwaukee Bucks being the best team in the league over the regular season, many had felt this was actually their year to bring a championship home, as Giannis had developed himself into an MVP while dominating anything that defenses threw at him. But even with Antetokounmpo being one of the best players in the league, and the Bucks having a great supporting cast around him, they ended up going up in the series but eventually felt what Kawhi was really trying to do, as he went on and dominated them the last 4 games of that series. Now going into the NBA Finals, Kevin Durant was already out due to his Achilles injury that he suffered against Houston, so many felt the Raptors had a significant chance, despite the Warriors winning the last 2 NBA Finals before this. And Kawhi once again shocked the world as he helped lead the Raptors to a 6-game series win over them, with Kevin Durant returning and re-injuring himself in the process, as well as Klay Thompson getting injured in the final game as well. But Leonard joined elite company as he won a championship in his first year there, which was his second one ever. He's one of only a few players to win championships and finals MVPs a part of different organizations, so he's earned himself this spotlight in free agency as he looks to join LA. Now go check out NBA players you didn't know had their own shoe and subscribe to stay up to date with the NBA 100%.